Welcome everybody to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is ReZero, Season 2, Episode 7, Episode 32 of the whole series. And, yeah, what happened last time?
Last time, Subaru tried to redo the whole getting back to the mansion thing. Didn't work out great. Went pretty badly, actually. He got back, there was, like, some stuff between Rom and Frederica, where it was kind of like, oh, is Frederica actually evil? But it seems to be, she's on our side, but she's not allowed to say, she's not allowed to willingly,
give information that would, like,
on it.
But
betray whoever she's working for.
But, oh yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I was just gonna say, also, Petra, working as a maid. Yeah, basically Elsa showed up. A crazy maw beast showed up also. They went, Subaru, Rom, Petra, and Frederica decided, let's go save Beatrice and Rem. Bad move on their part, because, Petra, apparently Frederica is dead, according to Elsa, but we weren't too sure on, like, she never said, oh, I killed her. She said,
like, she was entertaining or something. And we never saw her die, and we never really heard a death noise, really. Like, we heard some rustling or something, but we saw Frederica jump into the window, and then that's it. She like went all beast mode and jumped in, and then there was that other crazy mob beast that we saw after that. But.
Yeah. And, Petra got crushed by a bunch of rubble. Rom, like, chopped off her arm, I suppose, to help get Subaru out of there. But then the mob beast, like, kicked him and he went, like, flying back into the mansion in through the window. And then as he was about to die, Beatrice just let him in. And he's like, why the fuck would you do that?
Yeah. So... I've been doing some thinking about like what she said at the end, and she said shut in, but we thought Subaru because he's like a NEET, and like, but that doesn't apply to like this world. So the only other person that would be a shut in would be Beatrice. So two maids and a shut in, that would be Petra, Frederica, and Beatrice.
And I guess it was supposed to be, all that was supposed to be done, and then he was supposed to come back and she was going to kill him?
Or I'm not sure if they knew, I'm not sure if she knew if Elsa was supposed, like, if Elsa had any knowledge of them returning at all.
Yeah, because she said all of it was supposed to be timed to your return.
Oh, right.
That.
Apparently I wasn't thinking hard enough about what she said that time.
Yeah, I've been thinking really hard.
I've been doing some thinking, I sat down with my corncob pipe and did some, meditation on the subject. No, so, yeah, the only like, really clincher thing for me so far, right now, is about Frederica's loyalties. I think Roswell has a deeper scheme. I don't think he's involved with Elsa, but I think Frederica has, like, another thing. Like, there's clearly some deeper shit going on. And I'm sure if I, like, scrubbed over every single thing that Roswell's ever said and, like, really went over it, we could probably figure it out. But I think... hopefully we get some insight on that, or at least another hint.
I want to know what I wanted of this episode is something from Beatrice.
True. Oh yeah, because we actually haven't got reset right. That's a very important point.
Theoretically, like, from what we understand, theoretically, if he were to die now, he would still go back, because it hasn't been the same amount of time. But also, sometimes I'm not sure if it's like...
the events change in a different save point.
If it goes to a different save point because different things happen, like, such drastically different things happen, or,
I don't see them killing off Rom. We don't know if Rom's dead.
No, we don't.
We don't know if Rom's dead. Rom's probably dead. Petra's definitely fucking dead. I don't know. I don't see them doing that just yet. I think maybe Subaru might kill himself to get out of this one. But... Beatrice, yeah. The problem with this interaction it's not a problem with the. I guess it's not a problem with the interact. Well, it's not a problem with the story. It's just a problem with like, we want answers out of Beatrice for like what her fucking deal is, what she's doing there, what her connection to Betelgeuse was, what her connection to why is she so old and powerful and all this shit. Like, what is her problem? Why does she stay here? Why does she have this weird, like, bitter relationship with Roswaal seemingly? But she still lives in his house. You know, like what?
Yeah.
There's a lot of mystery surrounding her because she's such a powerful character.
And then but
Subaru doesn't have the wherewithal to question that. First of all, he doesn't care. He just likes her for who she is. So any ancillary stuff, any other information about her backstory is completely meaningless to him, unless it puts Amelia in danger, or unless it can help Rem and save his friends. So like I don't know how well Subaru will be able to get answers out of Beatrice as to what her past is.
I'm hoping that she's just gonna like tell him some stuff.
Yeah, like he doesn't need to ask the right question, because if like the barrier between us getting the information from Beatrice is Subaru asking the right questions, that
Beatrice
we never get their questions,
wanting to answer them.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I have the feeling she's gonna be in like a giving mood this time and give us a little bit of information.
Yeah, I hope she displays some urgency, or at least Subaru does, and like forces her.
Or at least what I'm thinking, either she's just gonna like. She brought him in there because she wanted to save him from Elsa, and she's like thinking about that. But what I think and what I hope is she's gonna like bring him in there and like tell him some shit that's gonna like really mess with his idea of the world. Like we've been kind of waiting for that moment of like, when are things gonna like really shake up in a big way like that? Maybe it'll be this moment. Maybe it won't. Maybe she'll give some like background on Betelgeuse and witches, or something. That's what I kind of hope for. Anyway.
Alrighty. Hopefully, thanks for sitting through our intro with us. That's what we're expecting. That's what we're hoping for this episode. I'm definitely liking the relation. Just an update real quick before we get into it. I'm liking the direction it's going. I'm liking the pacing a lot more now that we've just gotten into it. I'm still a little bit. I mean, I'm sure it'll come to light that a lot of the stuff that we ran into earlier with like the slower pacing definitely like made sense and was necessary. But it feels like the season just got started. And I'm okay now that it's started, but I still think that like 6 or 7 episodes in to like really get the plot fully moving is a bit much, but we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm in. I'm fully in. I'm enjoying the way this is going. I can't wait to see where it goes from here. That's basically where I'm at. I don't know about you. You about the same, or are you? You were never like as crazy about it as I was. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Check out our Patreon to get early and exclusive reactions. Hopefully you like the reaction. If you enjoyed it, subscribe and like and comment and all that kind of cool stuff. Thanks for 11K. We're having a live stream. The live stream might be happening right now on our channel if you want to go check that out. When you're done this or whatever, go check out our live stream. We're playing Doki Doki Literature Club. Lindsay is playing it for the first time. I know what happens. I'm going to be interacting with the chat, but you guys can come check that out and see if you're interested. But before we get into this is not Market Substitute. We're watching on Crunchyroll. We are making this video under the assumption that you, the audience, have seen this episode of ReZero. And we're not trying to provide a free copy. We include some of the footage from the show in our reaction for context, not to steal any traffic or revenue from Crunchyroll, from ReZero, from the creators, from the rights holders. We're just meant to provide our own reaction. That's the point of this video. It is not to provide a free copy for you to get around Crunchyroll or get a free copy for the show. So with that, hope you enjoy our reaction review to this episode of ReZero. Anything you want to say before we get going?
Nope.
Let's go. Oh, Jesus. Oh, damn, picking right up. Oh, his arm's fucked. Where did he get that, like... Oh, they must have wrapped it on him when he was unconscious.
What, the arm?
The bandages, yeah.
Petra put that on him.
So she's either... Is that her clean way of saying she's dead? Or that she's disappeared? Careful. Oh, cause how's he not like? He basically just admitted a return by death. Why is she so? You can't fight off this fucking lolly? I guess he's super fucking weak. God damn it. Does Beatrice know what she's doing? The gospel. Did she, like, steal it from him?
I think he gave it to her.
So she feels like a connection to that, obviously because it was battle uses, but...
Mm-hmm.
Beatrice is acting super weird. The question. She can only do what's in the book? She can only answer what's in the book? What? That can't be true. She just pissed off. That's not even true. Mother. She's Satella's daughter? Maybe a different witch? She just keeps calling him a human. What is going on with Beach? Holy shit. What happened to her? We've never seen her like this, ever. She found her way in? Mother.
That's weird.
Who could be your mother other than Satella? Holy shit, dude. What do you make of that?
I don't even know.
It's so weird seeing Beatrice like that. It doesn't make... It's so fucking weird. Yeah, exactly. Being calm and be able to think things rationally. Well, he's also becoming numb to, like, everything that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
What? How does he get away with saying stuff like that?
I don't know. Maybe just because they don't understand.
Yeah, he just like says it in such passing that there's no way that like it could come off as something else.
Yeah.
I wonder if what he has to say is really important. Or is he just talking about his fucking oil?
I think he is. Are we gonna find out how she left?
Okay. Whatever you say there, Subaru. Where's he taking him now? What the fuck is this place?
I don't know.
Taking him out in the middle of the forest? Oh. Shit. Something? What do you mean? Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, work towards the goal. There's only straight ahead. What happened? Is she not part beast?
Or was she not born in there?
You just said that she was an exception.
Oh.
So only half? Hmm.
Okay.
Doesn't mean she can't. Yeah. Except she didn't. She's probably just on her own shit, trying to help from the outside, maybe? What? Oh, they're part of the conservatives. Really? They didn't even kill him. Wait, did they throw him in the sanctuary? Or in the trial? What the fuck? What is happening? What are they doing to him? Oh, shit. It's really difficult to explain that. The fall of the Tesla fortress. What? Oh, he's trying to bite his tongue off? This is so bad. This is just weird misunderstanding. Fuck.
That freaked me out. I forgot that she could do that.
Ah, shit.
Taking a bribe.
That's not a surprise. They don't fucking know each other.
I know, but he's just a...
Why are they keeping him here? This is bad. What if he fucking, like... What if he stays there too long, and then it's like... Ryuzu. Why are they keeping him there? I don't... Just enough to, like, sustain him?
Yeah, that's weird.
Why are they holding him there? I can't think of why they would want to, like, keep him alive, just laying in a fucking dungeon. They must be, like, setting their own thing into motion. You know? Maybe they're waiting until Amelia completes the trial? Or I guess maybe they don't want Amelia to complete the trial.
No, I think that they do. I don't think that they're a part of that. I think they just don't...
They don't trust Subaru because of the miasma?
Yeah.
This is a trick. This is a bad joke. Like, this is a big trick. What are they trying to...
Trying to get some information. 3
Yeah.
days.
Of course it's still going on. Well, it's because I did. They told me to say this.
But if you came here to save me, why are we still in here?
Yeah, why would you help him? Yeah, right. Wait, for real? Are they really trying to say that they're, like, friends? Wait, the oil.
Bottle the oil.
I thought that got overwritten. I must have my timelines wrong. They're making this really, like, touching, but they're in, like, a horrible situation, and I still don't trust Otto. It still doesn't explain how he found this place. That seems strange to me. Am I alone in that one?
I can't tell.
I can't tell if
I can't tell if I'm being influenced by you on
yeah,
that.
I'm sorry for that. Sorry. But because I'm so consistently wrong with this show that it's hard for me to like really trust that like something is actually weird. But doesn't it seem kind of strange that like they would be such fast friends and that Otto would find where that is after they like.
Yeah, the whole situation seems weird, but I can't tell if it like
if it's actually weird or if I'm just supposed to like
go with it.
Go with it? Yeah.
I genuinely can't tell.
I can't tell either. I don't know what
and
the
then
truth is.
you like I'm not like trying to blame you because that was just like your reaction, but like you immediately thought it was like a setup.
But doesn't that seem like a setup? Like they were thrown in that dungeon?
Okay, it seems like a setup, but I don't like. Oh.
Wait. Very reliable helper.
Patricia.
Oh. Oh shit, really? Okay, never mind. Totally me, I guess.
Yeah. It's okay.
Sorry about that. If I was a little bit too quick to... But that just seems strange that, like... Did he say he, like, overheard where that place is? Is that how he found it? Or he, like, followed them? Did he say how he found it?
I don't think he said how he found it.
Okay. Okay, I guess we're just supposed to believe that Otto...
And I guess he actually is, because Garfield is genuinely mad there,
yeah.
And Rom is helping.
Okay, well... Alright, I guess. I guess fucking Otto just found it randomly and broke him out.
Mm-hmm.
It seems kind of unbelievable. It seems way too good to be true. It seems like a town of people were searching, and the one guy who, like, last talked to... Like, I don't know. And, like, Otto... I mean, we don't really know Otto that well, but he's just, like, a merchant. Like, he's just, like, a guy. But he had, like, that hearing thing that he just did. So apparently he has his own magic.
Maybe, yeah.
Okay. Oh, maybe that's, like, how he overheard...
Yeah.
Like, where things are, or...
Yeah, he said he's heard everything secondhand because maybe he's been
listening in. Okay. Alright, well, alright.
Or, like, Rom has been, like, hearing, like, gathering information and then, like, telling him as he's, like, hiding outside of town.
I don't know.
Who knows?
Okay, well, I guess it wasn't a setup. I'm glad they included that, like, after credit scene, or else this whole conversation would have been, like, do you think that he's really him or something? Because for a while I was thinking that it was Ryuzu cloaked as him.
Yeah.
Or they, like...
Paid
him to, like, do something.
Yeah, because you said it was, like, a setup, and then I was like, oh, they're probably just trying to put, like... I'm pretty sure that's, like, a common tactic in, like...
Interrogations?
I mean, not, like, necessarily real-world interrogations, but, like, if there's an interrogation, like, with, like, they, like, bring in, like, a side character that was, like, trustworthy before,
mm-hmm.
Or someone who was actually evil the whole time, but they thought was their friend, and then they're like, oh, thank goodness you're here, you're saving me, I'm gonna tell you all this stuff.
Yeah, they're just
but
trust them.
it's just a setup the whole time.
Yeah, well, but it wasn't that, apparently.
But it wasn't that, but that it did seem like it could have been that.
So the reason I was confused about, like, how fast of friends they were was because there's been, like, no time since season 1 passed, and their entire relationship, I mean, because, okay, so I got confused because I thought that when they first met at, like, when Subaru first got him and made the deal that Roswell would buy the oil, I got my timelines mixed up because, like, he went back so many times, like, fighting the witch's cult and the white whale and stuff. Because when they recovered him from the witch's cult, they were just, like, Otto was like, who, like, they didn't know each other, but apparently they did, but they just didn't know each other that well, and Subaru, I forget, I'm thinking of a specific line where he's just like, oh, Otto, it's just like you to be like that, and he's just like, I don't know who you are, like,
yeah,
but I forget if that was the last timeline or if he went back again, I don't know, the timelines got really fuzzy there because there was a save point after, like, he would have met Otto the first time, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they have known each other for a few days, they've been some harrowing days, but they haven't spent a whole lot of time together. So for Otto to just be like, I mean, they've spent like a couple days in carriage, like
on the
transport.
road, and then they've been hanging out in the.
But like just a couple days, and now they're just like really fast friends. It's plausible, and I suppose it makes sense. And like at the end of
it is possible, and he was like talking to Subaru in this timeline that just happened. He was like outside, like, oh, are you, like, you seem kind of calm. Like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like that seemed to be like some genuine concern, and like he's actually paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And he was trying to like have a chat with Subaru, and then Garfield came in.
When you reason it out and really think about it, it makes sense that they would have spent more time together, but we've hardly seen it at all in like the current standing timeline. The most we saw was stuff that got overwritten, like when we were introduced to him, and stuff like that. Like we've rarely seen like long interactions, but I guess that's not even true. This season, like he went to the mansion and picked them up, and they had like tea together and we're talking like there's been enough interactions once I start thinking about it. But when I'm just like presented with, oh yeah, we're friends, and I'm just like, I mean, I suppose, but we met like 4 days ago max, probably a little bit more than that.
Wait, yeah, longer than that.
Longer than that, I guess. Yeah, so I guess that's just me. It does make sense if you actually think about it. But yeah, so Beatrice apparently only doing stuff that was written in the gospel.
I think that's a lie.
I think that's some bullshit.
I mean, maybe not a complete lie, but I feel like her choosing to save him was just like her own thing. Like just then when she like saved him, I think like that might have been her own thing. And then she's like, I don't know, I feel like it's like partially an excuse. Like everything I do is in here. I can't answer any of these questions because I can't. So I feel like there's two options here. One, she's genuinely telling the truth, and she's actually just upset that she has no control over her life and she can't do anything. So she's like crying because she doesn't actually know why she's doing what she's doing. Or she's like able to do her own stuff, but something else is going on, so she can't like really like do everything that she wants.
What are you saying? I don't understand what you mean.
I was like, she can make some of her own decisions, but she like maybe can't do anything like too major.
Okay. That's what you think?
Well, I was saying either of those two things are like what's most likely in my opinion.
Okay. So you think that's why she's crying? I think she's crying because it's just a really fucked up situation, and I don't know. You think that's why she's crying? That she can't like do anything? She's like, well, I think she's like conflicted, and she's like. I
think you may have like sort of misunderstood what I said.
I think I definitely misunderstood. Can you explain it again?
I have like two sort of separate.
Okay, what's one thing?
The first one is she's telling the truth, and she genuinely can't do anything other than what's in there.
Okay.
Even if she wanted to. So, it's like a super conflicting situation because like.
She doesn't have a choice.
She doesn't have a choice. The second one is she saved him because she wanted to, but she like maybe can't save anyone else, or she doesn't want to, I suppose, like she said, but that seems weird.
I don't understand. I still don't understand what you mean. Like, what is so the first one is she doesn't have a choice at all, and she's freaking out because she doesn't have a choice and she's not in control. And then the second one is she can only influence like small things. So saving Subaru doesn't count as like a large thing to change
because he still died.
Yeah.
Is
the gospel like a Death Note type thing where it's like fate based?
Well, when Subaru wrote in there for Betelgeuse to die, he died.
Yeah, true. I wonder what made him do that.
I think it was in the gospel, and that's just...
No, but like he knew to do that.
Oh yeah, I don't know how he knew to do that.
Like he did that, and that whole situation was kind of strange.
Did Betelgeuse ever say like,
no.
I do whatever is in here?
Nope, he never. Well, I mean, he said that in the way that like I'm a religious fanatic, and like the gospel is my gospel, and this is like the word of the Lord, basically, and it must be followed in that sort of way. But it never, maybe it was like a directive style thing, like a programming style thing where he couldn't go against it, but it seemed like he was pretty eager to do whatever it took, you know? So I'm not sure about that.
Also,
it seems like Beatrice is more conflicted. That's what I got from that. It seems like she didn't really have control, but she was like caressing and holding that book as if it was something precious, like Subaru literally said. So I think that it's like she doesn't want to kill Subaru or like lead to Subaru's death. That's why she like let him in the first place. But I think at be all end all is that her connection to this book is more important than whatever. I'm not sure, but there's clearly some deep conflict there. So I'm not sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Mother.
Yeah. I don't know what that could possibly mean. I don't know what that could mean. She obviously has a connection to the witch's cult. The fact that Elsa didn't go straight for Beatrice makes me think that Elsa is like being hired by the witch's cult. It seemed pretty obvious before, but I was also thinking a different like one of the Anastasia or one of the other candidates hired her, but that doesn't seem as plausible. It seems like kind of obvious that she would be hired by the witch's cult to do this, but that's I don't know. It just seemed obvious. That's all.
Yeah.
So if she is being hired by the witch's cult, that would make sense why she didn't kill Beatrice right away. She just went straight for Subaru, even though he was like already wounded, and Beatrice is like kind of known to be like a powerful magic user.
Yeah, but she didn't intervene.
Yeah.
And like maybe in the gospel it said she had to die too. So maybe she did get killed after that. We don't know.
I don't think so.
Like if Elsa's supposed to kill the shut-in and we've determined that that's
well,
Beatrice.
she didn't say she had to kill the shut-in. She just said that there would be a shut-in here. Like that was one of out of the details she got in like her mission. Apparently, she was told that there would be two maids and a shut-in upon Subaru's or before Subaru's arrival or whatever it was. I don't think it was like you have to kill them. Could be wrong, but I think that's how it was. But it just doesn't. If I were an assassin and there was a bleeding, dying man like laying on the floor, all fucked up, could barely move, and someone I had been informed of being like very powerful right next to them, I would try to figure out the powerful one first, not walk up, like saunter up past this other person and kill the other one. Like that to me, the way that interaction happened makes me think that there's some sort of not personal relationship, but like if like she's being hired by the witch's cult and Beatrice has some sort of connection to the witch's cult or something, then there's probably something pre-established there in like in her mission or something like that. Mm-hmm. That's my idea. But I wonder what they were saving Subaru for then.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of want to go back and like rewatch where, like when he first wakes up in there.
Oh, when he woke up. Okay,
because I think he's like, why didn't you just kill me or whatever.
So it seems like they were keeping him. They didn't want to kill him.
They want to, because he's fine with him being just doing whatever he wants. Like Subaru can go his own way.
But they don't want him to interfere
with the sanctuary being opened.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
And
so
okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
They were just holding him there.
Until the sanctuary was open.
Once the sanctuary is open, they'd probably like knock him out or something and throw him in the forest, and then everyone goes off in their search parties, and they find him or whatever.
Or just, I think also they just didn't want to kill him, like he said, because you have a way of winning people over. So if they were to get out that they just killed him, then they'd be like, they would be a fucking riot because everyone likes Subaru. Yeah. So then it's like, you just murdered this guy who's our friend, so fuck you. We're not gonna like work for you. Then it just makes it more difficult for them. Whereas if they just keep him tied up, then he can't interfere, and they keep their hands relatively clean of if we don't have to kill him so that they don't like break out in a revolt or anything.
Yeah.
And everything can continue.
And
as
Amelia
normal.
will actually continue to do the trial
yeah.
because I think he was also like, oh, she'll try even harder because the thing that happens once she completes it is we get to go find Subaru.
Mm-hmm.
But instead it's just messing her up even more. So she, like, didn't even try it one day, and then now is trying it, but still failing.
And he said, Garfield said that your eyes look like that bastard Roswell's eyes. So if, like, Beatrice has a connection to the witch's cult, and fucking Subaru now carries the sloth witch factor, like, and we sort of theorized that he might be Pride.
Mm-hmm.
What do we know what a witch factor actually fucking is?
No, they still haven't told us.
They haven't explained that. There was the thing with we talk about this literally every episode. I think I cut it out of last week's reaction because I was just so confused. Fucking Echidna used her witch factor, or she used tea that activated the sloth witch factor within
him so that he could stay there longer and
Yeah.
keep talking to her.
Okay. What if, like, okay, so he was brought into the world and he clearly has some connection to, like, Satella. Maybe he has, and Betelgeuse thought that, this is kind of off topic, but, Betelgeuse thought, like, kept asking him if he was Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he is, like, the Sin Archbishop or something of Pride, maybe? Sin Archbishop of Pride without knowing it, and he has the Pride witch factor.
Then he would have Pride and Sloth?
Perhaps. Maybe that's what, maybe the Pride witch factor is what allows him to, that's returned by death. Because, like, maybe Pride, like, you have to get it perfect. Like, you're a perfectionist. You have to get it perfect every time, so if you die, then you reset and you do it better the next time. Until it's like a perfect thing that you can be proud of. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah, that makes sense. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe that's it. But I'm not gonna I'm not gonna call that like a theory because we still don't fully know what a witch factor actually is, or what.
What I think it is it's just what grants you like as a Sin Archbishop you have like power to sort of like act on behalf of that sin like you have a power or whatever. I'm assuming like the unseen hands were like a power granted by the witch factor.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got passed around to like the next in line every time, which I assume is like the witch factor like hopping from person to person.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Subaru could do unseen hands if he wanted.
Possibly.
Or you know, I'm not entirely sure, but I think it just has to do with that, but I don't know what it actually is. If it's just like some sort of invisible thing that just like goes into someone,
mm-hmm.
or you know.
Why did I bring that up? I forget. It was in.
You're talking about Roswell's eyes.
Oh yeah. So like if Subaru is Pride, or if like he has the witch factor for Sloth, and he has like, and the miasma's coming out of him, and he has this connection to the witch's cult in this roundabout way that he doesn't really understand, but his eyes are the same as Roswell's eyes. I don't know if that's the show, like, okay, two things. One, it could be the show sort of hinting or like foreshadowing that like Roswell is a Sin Archbishop of something, of Echidna maybe. If his family has like
I can
tended
tell you
these grounds.
my theory.
Second thing, it could just be that like, oh, you're a schemy guy, and you're like, yeah.
That's what I thought it was. Just like a guy who is like trying to play the game, like trying to pull all the strings. Because Roswell has like all these plans going on that they have to obey just to not piss off Roswell.
Yeah.
And like the more acknowledged Subaru gets, the more he like plans ahead and is like knows what questions to ask to get what he wants, and knows how to play people because he already knows like one set of responses, so he can predict another one to get the best result for himself. So he starts probably like a little bit more like Weasley, like, you know, just because he's like a well-trained businessman who's like going into something already knowing how to play the other people to his advantage.
So it doesn't have anything to do. You don't think it's
It
foreshadowing?
might.
Just I don't like you because you're smart. You're a smart guy.
It's
wheeling and dealing.
Not necessarily like smart. Like Roswell's smart, but he's also
a fucking idiot. Or he's just guy.
It's just really schemy and like will do anything for like his own benefit or what suits him.
Yeah.
So and I like. Garfield is like being forced to play into that, and he obviously doesn't like it. He obviously just wants to do his own thing and get out of there, you know. It's like Roswell's like a bigwig politician coming into his little village and making them do whatever. So, you know, there's a lot of stuff going on. Also, Frederica, apparently you can be like a quarter blood and it doesn't affect you.
Yeah. Yeah. Apparently. So then everyone in there is half. I mean, it's like a limited gene pool. Like if they've been there for generations, then they're just like inbred.
Yeah, I was hoping for some. I mean, we got a bit out of Beatrice, but not what I was not.
Again, Subaru's not asking the right like. I mean, well, that's not even true. That's not even true. He did try to ask the questions, but she just is refusing to answer.
Yeah.
It seemed before like he wasn't asking the right questions, like before all this shit when they were just hanging out in the mansion.
Yeah.
Like, he just wasn't getting any information out of her because he didn't really care to get it. But then this time he actually was asking questions, but she just wasn't answering. Because I thought before that it was like, oh, well, if Subaru she's the only reason she's withholding information is because he's not asking the right questions. But turns out
no, yeah, she's definitely
hiding some bullshit. But I don't know what else to speculate on. It just kind of reconfirms what they sort of already foreshadowed, you know?
Yeah,
like there wasn't any new information other than she's very, very new information about her connections. We already knew that she was connected to Betelgeuse and the Witch's Cult.
It's like her mom is the Witch of Envy or something. Or another. I'm not sure how that works because I don't think like the other witches. I don't know if they're like connected to the Gospels because you know like they're dead.
Yeah.
And it's a whole like witches cult, like the Witch of Envy's cult. Yeah. So I would assume if a witch is her mom, it would be the Witch of Envy. And I don't know if she means like mom or if she means like created her kind of or like raised her or like you know. That's the whole thing with like mother or like in Puck's case like father. It's you don't really know what that means when you're dealing with like mythical beings.
Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this reaction review to ReZero. Come check out our live stream. We're playing Doki Doki. See you in the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye. And thank you to all of our patrons, especially those in the Student Council: Michael Wells,
Vash,
Salad Dallas,
Jude Caspino Buford,
Charles Liu,
D23L,
JC Andrada,
Napoleon Bonaparte,
Handicap Bonkai,
Brian,
Nelson Barbosa,
Xavier Rhodes,
Chris Janvey,
Yeet,
Lewis,
Iwan Pilger,
Aurora,
John Ortega,
and Zenge. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next one.